Hey, it's Jordan. On the soul level, everything is perfect right now. That doesn't mean your situation is perfect, doesn't mean you don't have any problems. What that means is you are exactly where you should be, and all of your problems are actually the ways that you grow and transcend and become your self-actualized person. I know in my life right now, the situation isn't perfect. I mean, in the beginning of this year, I had knee surgery. I blew out my knee in jiu-jitsu. And so that is not perfect. But because of that, I pivoted, and now I started a YouTube channel and I started putting my voice out there. And I'm already connecting with awesome people that I should be aligned with. And if I didn't blow my knee out, I'd be in jiu-jitsu right now. Like, probably be on my way to the gym. I wouldn't be sitting here making this video. And there are countless examples like that in my life of how we can turn the seemingly bad or dark or things that we wouldn't choose to happen, but they happened for a reason. There's no mistakes, there are no accidents. You watching this video right now is not a mistake or an accident. You are aligned to receive this message, and I'm aligned to relay this message. It's encoded in our DNA. So we have the ability to take any situation and grow from it. Another example from my life, I felt lost a lot of my life. I felt like I didn't have a direction. So how can I appreciate having a direction, having orientation? How can I appreciate that without being lost? Another shadow is, for me, the shadow of codependence. How can I appreciate being independent without going through these codependent situations where I felt like I needed someone else to support me, when in reality I was learning how to stand on my own 2 feet. No matter what the situation is, we can use it to grow. It's like the Stoic phrase, the obstacle becomes the way. Whatever impedes our action becomes the action. So whatever crisis we're in or any dream we want to create, that is actually all the impetus we need to move in that direction. One of the techniques or methods I use with people when they feel like they need another perspective: visualize yourself as an eagle looking over your current situation. This works in a ceremony, when you're lost in any situation or you want guidance from any situation. Imagine yourself as an eagle overlooking where you are right now. This brings us into the soul's perspective. From the soul's perspective, we can see lifetimes that our personality, our human can't see. And yes, we're here to be human, but we also have the cheat code that is our soul, that can see beyond the horizons that our limited perspective can see. So we're in this eagle perspective, overlooking where we're going, what we're doing, how we're acting, how we're being. And we can see, okay, just move 1 or 2 degrees this way. Change your behavior a little bit this way. And then as the days, weeks, months, years roll on, because of that 1 or 2 degree change we made, our life moves in a completely different direction. And we open up doors that would be closed if we hadn't looked at our life from that higher perspective. And it really doesn't matter how bad the situation is. Rumi talks about this in one of his poems. There's a famine going on. Everybody's starving and dying, and there's this crazy mystic that is just laughing, and everybody confronts him and says, why are you so cruel? How can you be so mean when everyone's dying? And he just responds, this is God's dream. From God's perspective, you can't die. This is only temporary. It is just God's dream. What is there to be worried about? Even the worst situations, it's only temporary. It's going to end. And it's not who you really are in your essence anyways. We get this meat suit. It's a beautiful machine to explore the world, watch YouTube videos, do whatever we want to do. But it's not who we are. It doesn't define us. Getting that surgery really hammered that home for me in the beginning of this year. I love movement. I love jiu-jitsu. I love getting into my body and exploring the world. And there was a time where I couldn't get out of bed. I was in so much pain. The first shower I took was agony, just complete pain. I could barely wash myself. And it was just fascinating how I could go from this perfectly healthy body that could run and jump and climb, do all these things, to I couldn't even wash myself in the shower. I was so limited in my movements. And this happens to everybody. It was a very eye-opening situation of the future that is ahead of me. At some point, my body's going to break down. It's just inevitable. And that's perfectly fine. Even if my body breaks down, I'm still the essence that moves the body. I've left my body before. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is getting caught in the trap of thinking this is all that you are. We can think that there is nowhere to go. There's no solution for my problems. But once you shift, take that eagle's eye and look for a solution. Look for which direction to go. Look for an orientation, and you will see it. It'll be a still small voice that'll whisper if you get still and quiet and you ask your soul for what you want, what you need, what clarity you need, and there will be a slow response, a still, calm, quiet response of where you should go, what next step. You might not see the whole picture, you might not see the whole thing, but you just need to know what's the next step I need to take. And it might just be spend 30 minutes to an hour focusing on your passion, focusing on what you want to do every day. Sometimes that's all we get. I've been so busy in my life where 30 minutes was a blessing. Some days I didn't have 30 minutes. I was just trying to make it, working multiple jobs, doing multiple things where I didn't have time for that. But even if I had 30 minutes or an hour, that's one small step in the direction that I wanted to go. And eventually things change to where maybe you have surgery and you are forced to sit down. You're forced to take a look at yourself, and you aren't allowed to work. You can't work. You don't have the ability to work. Whatever that means for you. Even if it's something you love, you're just resting and recovering. And it takes time. And from that soul's perspective, it's all perfect. It's all divinely aligned, right when it needs to be. So that is the video for today. You can relax and know that your soul has guided you right where you're supposed to be. Love to hear from you. I love hearing how far these videos reach. If you could comment, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. I offer one-on-one coaching to dive into individual shadows if you don't know, if you want clarity on your orientation or direction. I'm very good at that because I've been lost for so long in my life, and I know how important it is to have a direction to go. So please reach out one-on-one, go to my website. Otherwise, have a great day. Much love. Ciao.